Despite all the rumors and drama, MGK and Megan Fox are still together and trying to make it work in therapy. Love conquers all, right? But that's not all. Megan is not taking any nonsense from the haters and has reactivated her Insta to shut down all the rumors about a possible side chick. She's even defending MGK's bandmate, Sophie, like a boss. But some fans are still worried about Megan's safety and have been speculating that MGK might be abusive.
He was like, "You're gonna be naked tonight," and I was like, "Whatever you say."
Megan showed up at the Grammys with a cast on her arm, making everyone wonder if MGK might have broken it. Apparently, he even threw a knife and caught it on their first date. Talk about loving dangerously. And the couple's love story just keeps getting crazier. Megan described being with MGK like a tsunami or forest fire. And the two even had a blood drinking ritual together. To top it off, MGK wears a vial of Megan's blood around his neck.
Yeah, I mean, some people give like a handkerchief to their partner or whatever. She gave me her DNA.
Who needs a love potion when you have a blood necklace, am I right?
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribe, and sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. I'm working on no sleep right now. I think it's like after 3 a.m. I should not, excuse me, I should not have drank that coffee. Today's video is going to be about, now, not really about Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, but they are the perfect example because I believe they are supposedly twin flames. And that's a term I picked up. That's that spiritual stuff. And I'm not going to really get too much into that because what I do not like about a lot of those terms like that is they can always change it to fit a narrative or something. Like they can always say that person is my twin flame. Then couple years later, when that don't work out, oh no, that wasn't the twin flame, that was the false twin flame or something. So, and I remember I was watching this video and this lady was saying about like the runner, chaser, all that other mumbo jumbo stuff, and then it was she backpedaled on something. And see, me, I like consistency with a certain thing. Like, if that's the way it is, then let that be the way it is. Don't tell me 2 plus 2 equals 4, and then all of a sudden, under certain conditions, now it equals 5. Because then I can't believe anything that somebody is saying. But anyway, getting back to the thing. Um, and I'm unsure what I'm going to call this video. But basically, I want to attack that thing of when a woman, because I'm talking from the man's perspective, when a woman has a certain type of man that they go for, and this is something that men should pay more attention to. Now, men may have certain types of women, like I have a certain type of woman that I go for, but under the right conditions, if a woman that's not the type I would usually go for has a lot of the qualities that I'm looking for, I will veer off and go for that particular woman. Even though a woman may be more my physical type, but we are mismatched, I'll go for the one that is close to what I am attracted to physically, but they are hitting on all the other things that I'm going for, because that is what is way more important than the physical, because the physical will fade. But I'm being realistic now. We all go on the eye test most of the time. And people that don't do that, either they're blind or they're lying. Some of them can be true, because I've seen some people love people that's, I'm like, how is that working? Especially when they don't have money, or either the woman's not pretty, but the guy is totally in love with her. And I don't knock people for what they like, because sometimes people just like a certain thing, or they like a certain personality or a vibe that person is giving off, and they will ignore everything else. So, without further ado, I have a video by Repkin Fish that I'm going to share right now, and we're going to get on to that thing where men should pay attention to the men that women usually give attention to, because that is their type of man. Let's begin.
If that's her type of man, she's not your type of woman. I mean, she shouldn't be. Why would you want to be with a woman who doesn't even see you as her type? The ick. Look at this.
So I've recently figured out why I like dating a lot of losers. And it's because I want to be a loser. Like, I am aspirationally dating. Because when you think about it, there's such a freeness to being a loser. Just like absolutely taking yourself out of the equation of life and just being like a non-playable character. And whenever I've dated them, I've always thought like, oh, this is what I would be if I succumbed to every horrible thought I have in my brain. And I'm jealous. My ideal day, if I can make it up, would be to wake up whenever, go to Dunkin', get like a large iced coffee with all the milk, sugar, everything, smoke half a pack of cigarettes, come home, have time with myself.
Interesting, isn't it?
A loser.
Very honest, isn't it? I wish more women would talk like this, because a lot of women lie for some weird reason, and it's like,
Loser.
look, this is what you like. It's reckless and it's crazy and it's not good for you, but it's like, just admit what you like, woman. It would let men know, yeah, let me move on. But then again, that's why a lot of women don't want to admit it. They don't want to close off their options.
Take a nap, wake up, eat McDonald's for dinner, drink half a pack of beer, and go to bed. Maybe have time with myself again. I don't know. Like that sounds perfect. But unfortunately, I was just blessed with too big a brain.
Exactly. But that's what she wants.
Loser.
Look, as human beings, we tend to seek out what we want or don't have. We seek that out in other people.
And I'm jealous.
So like this woman's admitting, she wishes she was a loser. Second best thing, to be with one. Yeah? You know the saying, the people you choose to be with are a representation of you.
Loser.
Yeah? Well, this woman is admitting it full blown. Full blown. And that's why men should understand, yo, if that's her type of man, and you're not that, she's not your type of woman.
I can't save you.
Do not waste your time.
Too big a brain.
Well, that's interesting. Now, she is aware that she is attracted to those types of men that she would call losers. The only thing that I could probably say is those men must be attractive, and they must be over that 6 foot thing that probably a woman like her probably has. And I believe Repkin Fish is going to talk about this later in the video, because he didn't talk about right then and there, and she did not comment on the looks of how this guy looks. But I'm pretty sure if he is a loser, as she say, he has to have something going on for her to be interested in him. So let's continue.
Dusty men and bare ass
not even your equal dudes are going to hit on you. Yes, it's frustrating and it can even be discouraging, but I'm going to tell you why you should not let that bother you. It's not about you. You need to absolutely keep in mind is that to him, he doesn't think that he actually has a chance with you. He just thinks that he has a chance if he hits on a million girls. Statistically, he has done the math. It's no longer about who he thinks he can actually get. In his brain, he's going to get someone if he keeps on trying.
Okay, some of these women are becoming a bit too smart, but okay, yeah, true. I keep shooting my shot eventually. Some chick's gonna give in.
Disgusting.
Dusty men, losers, bad boys,
Loser.
roadmen, thugs, whatever you want to use. And modern women's love for these men. Okay, if those are the men she dates and you're not that man, you avoid that woman. But notice again the amount of women who have dated dusty,
Loser.
broke dudes, or who have dated bad boys of some kind, thugs of some kind, reckless dudes of some kind. Interesting. Do you know that it's in current times, in modern day, that the village idiot could have several baby mothers? Easily, no problem. The village idiot, doesn't matter any of the reasons why he's a village idiot, so long as he fits certain criteria. Yeah, a modern village idiot, yeah, he could have a few baby mothers easily, no problem. All he has to do is fit a few criteria and yeah, the mystique. Oh, he's trying to find his way in life, is he? Oh, he's trying to become a better man. I'm going to help him. I'm going to fix him. Are you? Yeah, another baby mother.
Sometimes it's about getting it for $0. It's about getting it to their benefit where they financially benefit from it, or even just getting to exploit you in record amounts of time. Because when one hits on you and you make it about you, whether it's the way that you're dressed or where you're at in life or the little vibe that you're giving off, and not to say that like all those other things don't mildly contribute to it, maybe it did make you look attainable in his eyes. It's mostly about the fact that they just want one opportunity with anyone. And in their brain, mathematically, it is statistically bound to happen if they slide into 1,000 DMs or if they holler at 100 girls walking by. They know one will stop and give just a little too much conversation.
You know, some women don't get that. A lot of men understand they don't need to be better for modern women. A lot of modern women are just giving it up anyway. Thus my village idiot analogy. You can be a village idiot nowadays. Just have swagger and charm.
Damn right.
Literally.
For them to run with and actually get that opportunity. So they're not even in the same ballpark as you. They're not even playing in the same planet. And if you feel very disconnected when that energy comes towards you, it's because it is disconnected energy. It has nothing to do with you. But of course, it's frustrating to be looked at and hollered at and bothered, especially when you're just like looking very casual and sweaty or even just like a rat. But especially if you get that activity online, you're going to be fine, babe. It's not about you.
But even if it's not about them, the men that try to date women who have dated a string of just
Loser.
yeah, not decent men, the men who try to date her afterwards, he's going to come across a woman who's in some slight mirroring elements and aspects of those previous men. So what do you get in return?
All right, this woman is smart. Yes, men do play, not all men play the numbers game, but that's more of a pickup artist or player type of thing. More pickup artist because, and she had been watching some of those videos, but those are the men that could look kind of goofy, somewhat nerdy, but they have that confidence to keep on trying and trying and trying to get women. And they'll get like a bunch of numbers. And eventually they will hit on some. Players, I think they are a lot more smoother and they do more of a thing of having a rotation because they're trying to be like a Chad or Tyrone. So they also do try and get women like that, but I think if they do it, they're going to be in a club or something. I don't think they will be approaching women on the street like 100 women trying to get numbers. That's more of the pickup artist thing. But the players, if there is a bunch of women around, then they may try to do their particular thing. And Chad and Tyrone don't have to try too much because they have the height, the looks, they and maybe the aura. And also maybe thugs too, but I don't think they'd be trying to get a bunch of numbers unless if they are like in a club. That's the thing too. It depends where men are. I just believe pickup artists do more of that thing of running up on women on the street and hitting on women wherever they are at or something. So I don't know. I would not go that path right there. And of course, she did say that those types of dudes, they'll try to use a woman like some gold digging women would try to use a man. They'll be asking for money. They will try to go into that woman's pockets. Okay. And depending on the woman, and usually it will either be a nice woman or a woman that will be like, well, I see the good in him and I think I can fix him. As I said before, women have a similar thing that men that I used to have, and sometimes it creeps back on me sometime. I'm still battling with that particular thing, but sometimes I have that save the damsel in distress type of thing. I don't know why. It's just a thing like if I see a woman crying or something, I want to walk on by, hey, are you okay or something? Now, also, just in case a guy was crying too, I probably would ask like, hey, homie, are you okay? But I'll be more readily if, of course, if it's a woman. Women, I think, have that thing of thinking either they can change a man or fix a man. And and I do think a lot of times that man looks how the woman wants him to look. Or either he has qualities that she sees potential in and then she takes that leap. So let's continue.
Elements and pieces of a trashy woman. She liked trashy men, losers. What are you going to get from this woman currently?
You're gonna be fine, babe. It's not about you.
I realized recently that a large portion of the suffering that I have endured throughout my life could have been avoided if I would have decentered men, if I wouldn't have focused on having a relationship as the primary goal, if I would have realized that my worth as a woman is not defined by my proximity to a man, and if I would have realized that marriage is a structure created by men that benefits men. All that
I swear, the more I hear American women talk like this, and now it doesn't matter. I used to have a problem with a certain nationality of women, but now the white women are doing it, the Asian women are doing it. Like over here in the States, they're all doing this particular thing. It's not all women, but I'm seeing each one, well, each representative of each race doing this particular thing of blaming men for everything. Maybe a guy did come up with a thing of, I'm going to make this woman mine, and this is how I'm going to do it. But marriage actually benefits you these days. Maybe way back in the past when y'all didn't have no rights, maybe it benefited the man. But these days, it really benefits you because you can act any kind of way, you can cheat, you can do whatever. And when you leave with cash and prizes. Because if y'all mass money together, it doesn't matter if you cheated on him. The only thing is if maybe you try to delete him or you prove yourself to be an unfit mom if you had kids. That's the only ways that I see a woman would lose, and she has to be extreme in these areas. Otherwise, you walk away, you skip away as the winner. So how does it benefit? A divorce doesn't benefit me. The only way it benefits me is if I get out early. Like the marriage got annulled, or we were just married for a year and we didn't really buy anything, didn't really amass anything, even though I know it was both people pitting in, but still, as is set up to be, I'm supposed to be making more than you, so I'm going to be putting more in the pot. And then, of course, if we have kids, and I understand to a degree, that's why I don't mind paying what I pay for child support. But at the same time, it's like I see why she started acting the way she was acting, because she can just leave and win. Okay? I'm losing if I stay because I'm miserable, and I'm losing if I leave. Now, eventually, I can recover. Just like now, I'm doing decent, and I only have but so many years left. But however, that took a chunk out of years. Whereas I look at a breakup as it should be like hands washed, we done with each other or something. Especially with the way most of the time people will be acting at the end. The way she was acting at the end, that would have been done. Now maybe she looked at herself and now that's why now she's acting a lot better, but still I look at what I did and what she did and how she just didn't let up, and she didn't have no remorse or no empathy or sympathy. Okay, it just was all about her, and I believe a lot of women take on that energy when they are getting out of a marriage. Okay, so this woman here, this is why we call, and it's not all women, but this is why we call women delusional, especially when they saying shit like this.
Energy I poured into finding the right man, especially in my 20s, elusive marriage and family unit fantasy that I was told my whole entire life in so many ways that this is what I need to do and this is the only way that I will be fulfilled. The importance that I gave to men, the pedestal that I put them on. In so many ways, I was assigning my value and my worth to men. If he loves me, if he chooses me, if I'm good enough for him to pick me, then
Love me. Pick me.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of men know they don't need to be better. They can give a woman bare minimum and she's still going to accept him. A lot of modern women have created the narrative themselves and a lot of men just adapt to it.
Pedestal that I put them on.
A lot of dusty men wouldn't survive dating generations ago because they had nothing or even trying to be better. But a ton of modern women that want to fix a man, as long as he's handsome enough, probably tall enough, got a good body, or he's just, a project she can work on. That's all a man could be nowadays. That's good enough. He could be a village idiot. Thus, another traumatized woman.
And I'm valuable. Gut-wrenching heartbreaks, one after the other. A relationship ends and you're in pieces and you have to put yourself back together again and pick yourself up and try again with a smile on your face. Especially when I was like in my mid-20s and a relationship ended that I thought this was going to be my husband, this was going to be my guy. I remembered thinking, okay, 30 years old, it's not that far away. What if I never meet the guy? And what if I never have the family? And what if I'm alone forever and miserable forever? If I would have poured the same energy into men that I would have into myself, my own growth, my hobbies, my friends, and my family, like where the would I be now?
I'm so lonely.
This is why it's always good to see the types of men women dated in the past.
This is trash AF.
If you could see them, the last 3, 4, 5, yeah, you would know as a man, yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not following those dudes. You clearly, thought you knew what you were doing, and here you are now.
Heartbreaks, one after the other.
Yeah, good luck. You're not for me.
Because once you get to about 25, 26, 27,
Demon!
you start to look for a ring, and Dusty is never going to give you one. And if he do, it's going to be a struggle ring from Walmart, and y'all going to have a struggle wedding with a struggle life. Okay? So you better start thinking.
Here's how much she's making a good point. Yeah, indeed.
Demon!
A lot of these women get ran through by a lot of dudes that never cared about them or even liked them. They get ran through by these dudes and then they want to be saved later, and it's just always so insulting. It's like, no. That's your type. Be with your type forever. Men should look at a woman's past type and know, no, that's your type forever. Because amongst those men is a man you think about till this day.
Good luck.
So yeah, no, you move on. The dust is now in her. Yeah.
So you better start thinking.
All right, ladies, let's talk about 5 signs you're dating a Dusty.
Go on.
So, first sign is he has asked you to borrow money. Now, this is a sure sign that your man is a Dusty. Real men would never stoop so low to ask a woman for money. Second sign, he may not have asked you for money, but he depends on you financially. So if you all live together, then he depends on you to help pay part of the bills.
But look, let's be honest. A lot of women do this because they like to feel like they're fixing and building a man. In all honesty, it's women mothering men, but they don't want to admit that. It's a lot of women loving and liking to mother men. Her energies, her insecure energies. A lot of women can't do anything with a man that they can't mother. It's like, what can she do with him? He's already, doing it all by himself.
As in, he depends on you to help pay part of the rent. He depends on you to help pay part of the car note, part of the car insurance, or any other necessities. Third sign is he's super fine. Now, ladies, most men that are super fine are dusties. And the reason why this is because men that naturally look good, as in they have good height, they have a very nice face, nice body, these men don't feel the need to work as hard in their career and becoming successful.
That's actually a woman thought. To be honest. A lot of men who are actually well put together and look good would still want to make the money anyway, because you can still access a better quality of woman. Yes! You see, what she's talking about is, like I said, a village idiot nowadays. All he has to be is tall and good looking.
Because they naturally can attract women based off how they look. And when a man can attract a woman based off of how they look, they have no incentive to become successful, because ultimately men strive and achieve so that they can get not only the life, but the woman that they desire.
The point is, a woman's past matters because it could affect your future. Women look at your future because women see potential. Men see history.
Loser.
Have a nice day.
Okay. Except for one woman on here, all the other women were definitely conscious and smart and nosing. That woman, yeah, she was on to something with what she was saying. The one before her, though, she seemed like she was doing that victim blaming type of thing. Of course, yes, she got lied to. I got lied to. I got lied to that women are angels from above. And I found out a lot of them, not all of them, can be demons. Okay? And it's not just when you do them wrong, but it's like that thing of they do you wrong and then you do them wrong back. And then they want to get mad and act like you did the capital crime. And all you did was just return the ball back to them. That's the thing that really gets under my skin. If I had did somebody dirty, as I admitted, I've got my ex-wife into some legal trouble from something stupid I did, which I was very sorry for and apologized for. I took accountability for that. It's things that led up to that, though. But however, I still shouldn't have done it. All the things that she did, grimy or dirty to me, I never got an apology for, and I don't want it now. But like I say, it makes me, I have mixed feelings, but it just makes me look at the whole thing as, wow, I really misjudged the person. Okay? I mean, they're not all bad, but they had a lot more bad with them than I wanted to see. That I had the rose-colored glasses on. And truthfully, before I end this video, is one thing that Megan Fox said is what I think probably was the dynamic in our relationship. And I think that's the dynamic in a lot of people's relationship, because I look at some women that will get dogged out by a asshole, or if they are lesbian or something, they will get dogged out by another woman. But if they get one that's like nicer, they will dog them out. It's just crazy. I wish I knew what I knew now. Otherwise, I would not have made the mistakes that I made. But anyway, let me share that video, and I'm about to end this.
Stepfather he's passed on now. He was very impulsive and aggressive, very like verbally, mentally, emotionally abusive. And then my mother, who is still with us, and I don't want to drag my mother, but my mother, I perceived her to be more passive and wasn't as protective of me as she should be. And so I think I either will attract a partner who brings this sort of overly masculine, the rage element, and then I become my mother in that relationship, or I attract a partner who plays the role of my mother, and that awakens a shadow in me as well, where I become very rebellious, and I resist and push against the relationship from that angle.
I'm so amazed to hear. Are you in therapy?
Yeah, I've been in therapy, obviously, for a long, long time.
Yes, therapy. I believe a lot of people out here do need therapy after having a bunch of traumatic experiences with the opposite gender, especially in relationships. I definitely think women, as they get older, definitely need therapy, because I think it's a twofold thing that goes on. Is the thing of everything they went through when they was younger, even what they learned from their parents, they get conditioned to be a certain kind of way and to react a certain kind of way. And then also as they get older, and that attention that they used to get from men or just people in general, of like, you are so beautiful or pretty, once that starts to fade with them, I think a lot of them get really bitter, doubly bitter, from the men that they wasted their time with, and then also the fact that they don't get the same attention that they used to get. Does that go for all women? No, but I just have a theory with that particular thing right there. And I do understand in a way, but however, if I can see the men that she has dated before me, or the men she tend to hang around, because if she's around thugs and hoodlums most of the time, she's going to pick up certain things from them, usually that masculine energy. She's not going to be feminine too much, and she's going to start behaving like them. So it's just a lot to take stock. For men out there, you guys be getting caught up with the body count, which that is a factor, but I'm more concerned about the past men she has dated. Are they all assholes? And also with that thing of, a lot of times women will leave certain parts out of the story, of like they are always a victim and the dude is always bad. Maybe sometimes that's the truth, but also, why do you keep picking those types of men? And of course, I know that there are men that do lie. They might be married or have a girlfriend and don't tell the woman. Because I've been having conversation with this one particular woman that I guess we be exchanging battle stories, but she be telling me about the men that she usually be running into. But in the back of my mind, with the men that she is describing to me, she has a type that she keeps going for, and that's why she keeps getting the same result. That would be the same thing if I kept going after women that were dancers or models, even though each one is a different individual. they still gonna have some of the same types of traits, unless if they live a totally different life, because they do pretty much the same things, except for their personality may be a little different. I'm going to delve into that at some point. But anyway, pay attention to the men that she has dated before, the men that she hangs around, and her friends, because that's what's going to affect you later in the future. Okay, especially if you marry her, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. So if that's the type of man or the type of dudes that she likes to be with, let her have at it. This is another reason why, if you are stuck at a level and you keep coming across the same type of women because you are at a certain level, you have to find ways to monetize yourself, get into tech, get into cyber security, start making some real money and branching out and traveling. I'm going to do a video that this basketball player was telling you of his exploits of going into other countries, which I don't agree, because he was running through women. I don't agree with that, because at the same time, you are damaging them and you are somewhat damaging yourself. But anyway, I'm not going to preach to you guys. Have a good day. God bless. Give me a like and subscribe. And later.
Why is modern dating so hard for women?
Because boys be cheating.
That's why?
Yes, boys ain't shit.
Why do you feel that way?
Because I've witnessed it, I've seen it, and it is true. Like
how is it true? Give me an example.
I hate to say it, but all men are the same.
How are all men the same?
Because when they like what they see, they go after it, whether you are in a relationship or not.
You don't think a dissatisfied woman would do the same thing?
Women will. I can agree to that. Women will.
So, with that being said, I could say all women are the same too, right?
Technically, yes.
But how would you feel if I compared you to the next Asian chick that walked down the block?
Okay, I can say. Okay, so
dirty word. Your ego has driven you out of truth. You only played yourself, got no game.